Gmove, wassa to another episode from the MOVECAST. And with that, I'm really happy to welcome Sweet from Arkai today. Sweet, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Timo, everyone. So I'm Sweet from Arkai. Thank you, Shadam, for having me today. Yeah, Timo, everyone. So this is practically the first week of movement. And we Archives like the first episodes after movement real minute, like the fact change right now come real. Let's go. Let's fucking move, man.
Let's go. Yeah, as always, we would always like to know how you guys or how you find the way into crypto. And in the end, how did you come to movement and how did you come to found Arkai?
Yes. So yeah, actually, so let's talk about my background. Um, Back to 2020. So I'm with my friends there. We have an production studio. Like I record, like doing video, doing animation, doing artwork. In web to business. Like for like we working like like the production house for an agency. And yeah, and then I know to Web3. Like back then, like know how to trade, buy token and things. That's all. And yeah, what's really catching my eyes and really make my real attentions when I know about NFTs. Like back to the really crazy time on 2021. Like when Ethereum NFT really like rocket every single week, many project coming. Yeah. So, like the golden era of NFT on Ethereum then, and also like, the solar summer in 2022. So I think that would be one of the best era for NFT back then. And yeah, so and like back then, because like I'm just a trader player around Web3. I don't do any business there. Yes. So I know some good position right in and builder there back then, because I'm up in a lot of like token and especially NFT, because I love the way NFT things. And yeah, so and it's really opened the new niche for our studio, that we received the first deal of do outsourcing about artwork for an NFT projects. That's literally the first job we work for client in Web3 for an NFT project. And we keep doing that right from 2021, 2022, and then until till now. The the from different from ecosystem, like from first Ethereum, Solana, a whole years 2022 belong to Solana projects, and 2023 with couple project like Sui, um, Injective. Yeah. So basically, we do outsourcing at work. And yeah, so and alongside that, I observe to a lot of like momentum on this really chaos space, especially in NFT. Like that different things, different bullish news, different trauma between people. So yeah, and then so that's why when I doing the project, you could check on my profiles. My first project is the junior on injective, and then we do the second project as a free min energy collections on Aptos. So basically, we you could see the whole new virus that want to build something really beautiful, something um building about a culture, about at work orientations, about branding. But for movements right now, for especially archive, so we improve a lot, and we put into more effort on archives. And yeah, can't wait to share you guys more about archive in the later on today.
Yeah, epic. Great story how you came to crypto and how your way was going on.
Yeah.
So we can't wait. Tell us about Arkai. What is Arkai and what it's all about?
So practically, I think this actually everyone could answer that, not only me, because like I do believe, I really want other people answer what is Arkai, not me, because founder talking is it's okay. But I want when I because like my mission on this way, it make people believe on Arkai, building something, uh, doing something great about artwork, and let people know about archives. And later on, I want people to talk about archives and build up value in archives. So yeah, anyway, so talk about what's the archive. We are just an NFT collections. That's all, no more, no less. We don't want to say, hey, we're not just an NFT collection. Oh, no, 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 no. We are just an NFT collections and on movement. And because of that, we know really clear. And because like I mentioned, I know really, I could say, I don't want to say like I have experience, but I because like I work with a different projects and know like when they really have and when they low down, So I could say that that is the reason why we do archive fully premium, and that's also my thesis. I don't really believe on at least right now I don't really believe on really high price, but like by mean maybe like below 100 means okay, but a really high price like 300 400, but no product behind. It's not make sense to me. For me, as we build NFT and we build NFT, we focus about culture and communities. And to make it really sustainable, we do streaming, fully streaming, and that's all about Arkai. So summary, Arkai is again Arkai is an NFT and BBN collection on movement. And we keep moving with the movement ecosystem. We build culture there, hang out there, fighting alpha, talking with people, together we pushing movement together. So that's Arkai.
Amazing. Really, really great to hear. And yeah, it's interesting to see you guys are minting on free. Actually, I didn't know that. But maybe you can share a little bit more.
Really?
No, I
Really?
actually, no, I didn't know. I mean, you see so many different NFTs and all of them have some like mint fees and stuff. So uh,
Yeah.
nice to hear that actually. But maybe you can share not only the price stuff, but also a little bit more information about the collection. How many versions should the NFT
Supply,
collection?
right?
Yeah, right.
Yes. All right. So the supply of Arkai is 2211 2011. So the reason why we choose that numbers because like Movement Lab I established on November 2022. So we want to celebrate that really special movement. So yeah, so that's why we choose 2211 to celebrate for the release milestone, the day that why we on here from November 2022, where the movement lab actually from the idea come from like yeah. So that's about the supply. So about all right. So this is I don't know that when we will publish this video, but an alpha here is uh, midday of archive right now. I think that all people are asking about this. So we will meet at the end of March. So the midday not really finalized yet, but we have to wait. We should even like we don't really need to rush on anything. We don't you see that actually I want to share a little bit on this is actually really special on movement. Like on the chains when the mainnet coming literally a ton of project they try to launch not only NFT but the meme coin, IDO, DeFi things. Like they rushing to launch because like they know when they not rushing, they have no way to like to launch it anymore. So on movement, we really don't really absurd. I don't say 100%. And I don't want to mention any name right now. But could call any name. But the scammy project on movement, you see after the mainnet is really low. Just one or two, I could say, but right now it's really low to compare with other ecosystem. And I really bullish on movement about not only about the technical side, way they the way they innovate on move and combine to to compatible with EVM, but but also like I really bullish on the way that movement build the ecosystem, on the builders and the communities. So I think that is a really important things to make this an ecosystem could survive in long run or not.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we had that topic already covered with some other projects as well. So it's not only the tech which is beautiful, but all the stuff around how community is organized, how different events are taking place. So I can fully understand. Um, when we talk about communities and stuff, you could also include other ecosystem projects. Do you guys from Arkai are looking into any, I don't know, collaborations with other teams? I think you already reached out to the Gorillas. That's actually how we came to this episode
Yes,
today.
sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so I
So actually,
so are you
yeah.
looking into more collaborations? And yes, yeah, with who? And what's your take on that?
Uh, 100%. So actually, this is why I came here. If I'm not doing that, this that I don't really understand why I do okay, right? So collaboration definitely one of the key. I will share more later, but make sure that I want to make sure that we need to, like I mentioned, we need to move with the movement. I kind need to move with the movement. It not on so basically it's not about especially NFT. But I do believe all the project need to move along the way with the ecosystem. So like some project on different ecos, maybe they really bullish at the beginning, but they really don't continue to go along with the new chain. Like when the ecosystem, sorry, when the chain they have something new, they don't really celebrate it. They don't really integrate the new things and adapt to the new things, and then sooner or later they will get faded by communities because they're not
Yeah.
involved in the narrative anymore at all. So the key that on when building archive, we will move along with the movement. As you could see right now, I will see what already did right now. So you could see that on the archive Twitter right now, you could go on. So every day we have to aggregates the news, the bullish things on movement, and we keep celebrating. We keep rapping in anti communities. Yeah. So back to the collaboration. So currently that we already collab with big project on movement like BRKTs, um, Wapgate, Lunch Protocol, and we keep digging deeper on movement ecosystem to collab more. Basically, the collaborate, I think that it's two-side win for archive. Uh, we bring more incentive and benefit for our communities and our owner. It's for project that we will bring different our communities to explore the product, do the task, and push the project, the product going on to onboard more user for the product. So yeah, 100%. The reason I came here is for explore and move along with movement and collaborate would be one collaboration will be more what will be one key that we're looking on. And for specific right now, I think that after movement manage right now, we keep digging in the on the DeFi side first because that's what where we will begin in every ecosystem. I think so. So yeah. So right now I'm looking for new networking, talking and cooking deal every day with DeFi, new DeFi on movement right now. Yeah.
Nice, pretty interesting. So, as you mentioned, probably community members will receive some perks or have any advantages to hold your NFT, um, which
Yes.
is amazing. Um, yeah, regarding all the ecosystem which you just already mentioned, what brought you maybe to the movement ecosystem? You already mentioned a little bit about the tech, but what were the reason, or how did you get introduced to movement, or was there something which move pilled you, kind of?
I could say this is probably like coming really sudden, like
Hmm.
bad opportunity. So based. with no any planning. Swear to God, we had no planning to go to movement.
Great.
But yeah, so that's back to the day, like I remember like I I think like November of last year. So in November of last year, so I go to an event on that point on Thailand. Yeah. So in some of the because this is a series of events, so I met in an event with brand, brand. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So I and him talk a lot about the NFT side, what we're doing, and lots of chit chat there. And in that talk, we I literally have no idea who Brang is. Like I'm just talking and sharing with him. And then like I share about my last project. I read my reverse project I built and currently I build on Atos.
Hmm.
That's called iBlue. So as I mentioned, so that's a pre-made project we launched back to March 2023. Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
So one year, yeah, literally 1 year right now. So so I shared to him about iFlu and what we already did with iFlu before the mint and after the mint, and he really bullish on that. And he says, so with this quality, so why you not come to movement? And then Frank shared to me about movement, and I bullish about a lot, like because I build on Aptos, and I go along the way with iFlu. Uh, so when I heard something like building on continue to grow on the move things, I really bullish and I say so why not? And yeah, so after that really sudden chit chat like that, and so I back to my team and share, hey, and I meet friend and he could introduce us and bring us to movement. How do you guys think? And yeah, our team come do our own research about movement and understand about the ecosystem there. And then we went back to brand with the one call, and uh, we make a week decision because like movement there back to 20 November last year, so it's really slow to manage, right? So we need to make a decision, do it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do it, and yeah,
Great.
here we go. Then after 3 months, I'm here to talk about Arkai with you. Yeah,
Best decision. And yeah, amazing.
can't deny, best decision.
Yeah. And for the last weeks and months, you were building on. How was your experience on building on movement? What did you experience from the team, from the
Uh,
community? What share your thoughts with us?
this actually really cool. So, I could say that I really embrace and also like want to say thank you to Gorilla team and BKG, Snapchat, Moversleys, and couple things, especially on NFT side. So they already build a very solid foundation for us.
Yeah.
You could see how fast I can grow on movement.
Yeah.
It's not belong to because of us, bro. It's not because of us because they already be there very long time and establish and form a very strong culture there. So swear to God, if not have done for sure, I cannot go to in this day right now. Like in just couple of months, there's no way to form a solid community. Where basically that the first experience when I come in, we could see that on the community side, on movement already form a really solid and understandable about NFT cultures. People bullish on NFT at the first day we coming. So that's really, like make us go in a very easy way to approach and on to approach the communities on movement. So uh, that's the first thing. So could say that movement already established a solid communities for especially on NFT culture because like I'm not DeFi builder, so I cannot say anything about how communities on movement on DeFi. But with my experience, with my observation, especially when talk with a lot with Leo on Webgate, I could say that it on DeFi things, the community really solid too. Yeah. All right. So that's the first thing about solid community. The second thing that's about the builders. I could say that we observe exact moment when I build iBlue really like heartwarming welcome from builder on movement. Um. So exactly what I experience when building on iBlue on Aptos. Like back then when I come to Aptos, the first project support us as is Aptos Monkey. Yeah, the biggest NFT, and then Spook Lab, and then Skeleton Markdown, and then Aptos, the Readers, and then right now Aptos Research, right? So they all support us. And then back to movement, I observe the same way. So yeah, you here right now show up Gola, how Gola support the other project. You not really see us like a competitor, right? No, no one that do the video for their competitor, right? So and exactly what I experienced with uh, her- with Ray, the founder of the co-founder of BKTs, he welcome and support us a lot. I mean, a lot on the movement journey. He tell us you should do this, you should do this. Yeah, and Beacon, we do collaboration too many a couple of times. I could say too many times together. We do while it's collaboration, and then I contest together. We do a lot together to hang out together, move asleep too. We so and also like we observe the same things on other builder on other segment like DeFi, um uh so and infrastructure wallet, yeah, wallet too. So we work with Razor DAO on movement and yeah. So summary that the second things when building on movement is the way that I could tell the way to how to say build a support together. They not really like I don't want to call out any name, but in other ecosystem, basically builder, they, they conservative and they toxic to each other and not really welcome and like say hello to the newcomer. Yeah, so, I think that is the very difference, especially with what I experienced on movement and on Atos. So that's the second thing, and I think the last thing on movement is and and because like like movement already established a very well brandings and like how to say a really seamlessly on the way that onboarding people to movement. So basically right now to reach your movement really easy, you go to the risk, that's it, right? You could say that in many ecosystem there's they still have that, but for sure with you in some ecosystem the risk is not that easy. For I 100% with you because I already on different ecosystem working with different clients. So I think that the onboarding ways for newcomers to movement really seamlessly. So basically that where when I go to maybe Solana ecosystem to community to hang out, I say, hey, I'm from movement. I'm sweet. I build archive movement and build and people instantly know about hey yeah so what is movement. I know needs to explain to people so what is movement, what they do. So I think that movement really build a really well brandings and also on a technical side like a well structure of like onboarding really seamlessly to newcomer to movement. So just three of that, I could say that really the biggest advantage, especially for NFT builder, if they want to build something significant, signature, and build something sustainable, especially in this really chaotic way, and really fast, like fasting, really fasting. Everything really go really fast in this way, right? So this is just three of that is really advantage to build and stand out for other NFT ecosystem. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think movement has a great ground for building NFTs or NFT communities. I think you mentioned already the way communities are generated and the way communities interact with each other, and also how the builders can interact with each other, have a great place to connect with each other. That's really great to see, and it's for me. It's always a pleasure to hear that all those projects can like approve that or say that it's really like that. And because for me, I'm partly building, but not like technically much deep into building. But yeah, it's always interesting to hear that, or even those technical guys have a great connection with each other. So yeah, you are a quite young project, and yeah,
Yes.
you mentioned already you got well introduced. But do you have any advice already which you could give to somebody who wants to build on movement? How should they start, or how should they begin with?
Um, Great question. So I think that the first thing I could say that connect to Mukas, say hello to Jadam.
Thank you, thank you.
Exactly, exactly what I did on first day. So you guys know that on really first day that when Arkai Discord below 100 people,
Yeah,
so literally I send the invitation of Discord to this guy, Jadam. He really in Arkai Discord when we below 100 people.
yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that day.
really,
It's like three,
really
4 months
was
ago.
like legendary beginning. Anyway, so I think that when you build anything, it's not only NFTs but in DeFi movement. I think the first step you need to start that I think that's talking with Gorilla. Talking with Gora communities. So because they are one of the biggest and also the supportive NFT communities, and they like to release the signature and collections on movement. So with the support of Gora, basically you could break to all the movement ecosystem. Yeah. So the first that if the checklist of me, like first of all, talk with Gora. See that you guys cook any deal with the holders, or maybe you could just say welcome with them. Yeah. Um, Secondly, I think that you need to got this because like right now on movement right now on there that I for sure there are many wallet, but I personally recommend Tracer and Nightly wallet. So you guys could connect with Razer and Nightly to cook some campaign with them. Basically, when you could reach them and cooking some campaign, you literally get reaching with on the communities movement because like they all need the wallet, right? So basically that you if you want to reach out to movement communities to use your product, contact to more Fraser and Natalie. And yeah, I think the last thing is other this depend on different this depend on real products that define NFT things. So you could reaching out. And for me, is that as a community, so I would say that I really welcome the newcomer. Of course, you need to be legit, man. We to be honest, you know what happened in last day in Rivers Day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to mention the name, but yeah, that's why actually, you know, the funny thing is they actually reach us, and and when we talk a little bit, I see something really pitching about them, and then I stop talking anymore. Yeah, so basically that if you legit builder 100% I will support you. I could say that make my work 100% Arkai will support you on movement. So reaching out archives. And I think that not only me, to be honest, but not also like most of NFT communities are movement really open mind, like I mentioned before. So if you could reach Arkai, you could reach Neptat, you could reach Moversly, you could reach BRKDs, they all support you. So yeah, I think that's all about the community side. Yeah, so happy to talk with if newcomers, happy to if you are a newcomer and also a new builder or movement, happy to talk with you.
Yeah, amazing. Really like the idea of having a checklist for newcomers. I think we should put them on the description below the video later. I really like that idea, and yeah, actually never thought about it, but it's actually a great idea. And of course, very happy you mentioned the gorillas and the movecas at the very front. So really appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, so you already mentioned a lot what you experienced, what you did so far. Is there anything if you would build Arkai? I mean, we already said it's a very young project, but did you identify anything which you would maybe make different, or you would say that's the best path you just hit right now?
Yes. So basically that I think that it's back to the day I mentioned. So when we come to movement, so you know like when we come to movement, they're also already there like Aurora. They're also there BRKTs. They're also there Natat. So my really first question is to discuss and talk with my team when we discuss together at the very first day why we need another collection, right? Because like when Suhan's talking about collection, basically people will talk our movement. People will talk, hey, so this is Gorilla. So right now it really signature. So basically you go everywhere on movement. Definitely you will see Gorilla BFB there. Also like when you see the Gorilla BFB, you definitely know this is this guy from movement. That they are already signature and collection. So we have and no way to to commit to that position because like they Roland really deserve to that. They been 1 year one more year until now, right? So I talked last weekend to our team. So what the first question, why movement need another kind of collections, and then uh and then talking about our special position, like what is our like mentioned unique selling point. So why people need to know about us, need to get archive things. So I could say that for right now, so the first I could see that, and the reason why the first is about onboarding people to movement. So because back then, basically that people but at project on movement, they really busy with the managed stuff. So our team will focus on the onboarding people. So you could see that on archive right now, we have we already onboarding different ecosystem project and communities different ecosystem. For example, we have more than 500 selecting loss holder in our Discord, nearly 2,000 mammoth holder in Discord, uh, more than 900 Initia raccoon holders in our Discord, and 400 Matlat, Matlat Australia, yeah, 400 Matlat holders in our Discord. So we already keep doing that. We right now I could say that we already do that for more than 13 different ecosystem, yeah, and on board and on board to different like even from the ecosystem not managed yet like Mona. Yeah, so we keep onboarding people to movement, introduce to them about movement, so we will keep doing that and after the mean. Because because like I want to emphasize the part after the mean, because that where we earn money, because Akai is premium. The way that we could boom our bike and I work for my bike is only from the royalty fee in trading volume. So we that's why we really care what we should do after the mint, because like before the mint absolutely will have people really want to speculate for the new thing, right? But for free mint we don't really earn anything from that. We don't really earn We don't earn anything. So what I care how to get, what will we do after the mint? So we define the archive unique selling point. The first one is onboarding to billboard and different communities on movement. The second the second is that we bring the new lady coaches to movement. So yeah, so we really, like believe on, and really buy in on concept of new lady. You could see that the character of Arkai. So literally that back to the day we decide a character that um we see that how to say um we see Arkai as a rich character first. We want to create some kind of animal, but with the Asian roots. Why? Like back to follow up with movement culture, and then and we bring the melody in with the eye and with the culture melody. So yeah, the second of Archive will be bring the melody cultures on to movement. Yeah, and the last one, I could say that more than anything else, we on not only us, but we will make like keep working to move along the way with movement and keep incentive the communities, the holders, and that's where we be really position us as as the movement contributors community, really exclusive with only trend 2211. I already observe the ecosystem, other ecosystem. So at the end of the day, maybe like after the all high things gone, maybe our community could stick around really low, maybe 200 maybe 500 holders to and because like we already have like 2,000 supply. So we will work with this solid community, keep building, keep bullish on movement, keep sharing news about sharing alpha about movement. So that's where I could see in archive after the hype, the boom things and the gone, how we could sustainable, how we could go after the meme. Yeah, so that's basically three key things about archive: the onboarding, the community coach to on movement, and the last one that the movement contributors. Yeah, the home for movement contributors. Yes.
Nice, amazing points you just came up with. Especially, yeah, why we need so many NFT communities. I think that's a great point to onboard as many people as possible on movement. And yeah, with that, you already said you have free ments. You are really looking to benefit the communities. So I think community plays a big role for you. Um, but can you maybe say a little bit more about how Arkai values the community, or what does community mean for Arkai? And on the other side, how can community help you guys to grow?
Awesome. So I think because like uh, I don't really, like you could see that I don't want to say a lot of things like over promise. I don't want to be over promise anything. Usually, what I say in this today, that what I already did, I say with the result already done. So so that's why I don't want to share a lot, like what's in the next day, things we have the plan. But in crypto, like when you overpromise and you say a lot, it's usually not end up really well because like if you're not gonna make it, you will ruin everything. So I could share a little bit about our visions, how like communities value to us. So I do believe one really first of the key things is the recognitions. The recognition is the key. So basically, you want to go along with Web3 and you want the recognitions. So basically, that you know, let's talk really simple. Basically, people all like in Web3, they're all looking for to something, right? Looking for like whitelist to for meme coins, or maybe like the alpha things for new token, the whitelist slot to buy IDO, or the whitelist for NFT things, right? So basically that people need to be, but you know that you really cannot get that. If uh, I don't say you can, but maybe really hard if you do it alone. It's really hard to do it alone, right? Because like maybe you could get one or two whitelist from this project, but you know like for with but it's really hard for you, you know, to keep getting with different project and keep update with the market. So for Arkai, with if you are Arkai communities and you are Arkai holder, so we do it together, and you have Arkai brand back then, back and we cook behind the scene for you. Yeah. So basically, we give you an unfair advantage so you could get more easier to approach with new opportunities and getting more update get easier to update it with the market really chaotic way. Yeah. So that's the first thing. So summary that if you are Archive communities, you will have the unfair advantage because you have us along. We cook together and you're not allowed to keep grinding for whitelist. Especially you could say that maybe we cannot directly get you a whitelist for a project, but we could give you some really unfair advantage. For example, like a special role in the Discord of the project you reading on, right? And then with that role, you really stand out with different people on this Discord, yeah, because you are archive holder. So yeah, so the first that where we see how the community interact with us and how we will go along with the community, and I think that the second key of how the communities work along with archives is we need to move along, like once again we need to move along the way of movement. So everything news on on movement, from even like new product or even newcomer on movement, we will welcome to archive. So because like we will stick around with movement and stay in loop with the news, keep updated. We don't because like I already know like where a project not stay around with the ecosystem anymore, somehow they cannot survive anymore, and I think that would be the end of Archive. But yeah, right now we will keep, especially for our team right now, to keep stay in touch with movement. And then I think I mentioned before, we decentralize it to make community keep sharing, because like in this way, if we keep just centralize things, thing will not work. But we will try to decentralize the communities to make the people really bullish on Archive. So yeah, in the long run, communities is actually the founder of Archive. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Um, so I think you mentioned you value the community very high. So that's what we on Gorilla side or movement community side love always. So I think community is really happy to help you guys grow and grow together. And yeah, with that, I think you mentioned today a lot of interesting stuff about Arkai. You guys who are listening, you can mint Arkai probably in the end of March. It's free mint, and yeah, do you have anything you want to say for our closing to the community?
So for the next 2 weeks, so like I mentioned, so Akai will be mean. So I think that that's all, because like I already been through it 2 times. So but it's always the best moment to me. Um, like Akai could sustainable or not. Maybe after mean, like maybe jitter will out, and after all, um which is another energy project like going to dust in this way. But yeah, we really happy on the journeys building on movement. and I'm really bullish right now. So our team will do the best things to keep deliver, especially and control things on our side. We keep doing the quality, output in the quality standard content to the communities and stay in touch with the the new thing on movement and form a really solid cultures on movement. And let's see how the market adopt that, how the market, like let the rise of the I think that the rise in the volume of Arkai will reflect how value we build. I think that is the value of the market will decide that. Yeah,
Thank you for being here, sharing your insights to Arkai. And with that, thank you, Gmove and
Timo.
and G
See
Arkai.
that was that. Yeah. Goodbye, sir.